finished the bag of baked Cheetos. So go to twitch.tv. From 9-7 on the ticket.
Turn left onto Timberview Trail.
Starship Anderson, 9-7 on the ticket.
In 2018, marijuana use became legal in Michigan for adults.
In half a mile, turn right onto North Adams Road.
Grand Rapids. It's legal in Bad Axe and Goodhart. It's legal in hell. And it's legal in paradise. But there's one place in Michigan where being high is never legal, and that's behind the wheel of a car. Studies show that marijuana impairs key driving skills like tracking, attention, reaction time, and hand-eye coordination. If you're found guilty of driving under the influence of marijuana, you can have your license suspended and face fines. You may even have to serve time in jail, which is not good, even in paradise. So remember, even though marijuana is legal, driving high is not. Don't drive high. It's the law. A message from the Michigan Office of Highway Safety Planning.
DHL Supply Chain is hiring material handlers and forklift operators for our location.
Turn right onto North Adams Road.
To be a part of our team, join us on June 23rd from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at 151 Lafayette Street in Mount Clemens. Again, that's June 23rd from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at 151 Lafayette Street in Mount Clemens. View details in RSVP at dhlhires.com/Clemens. No experience is necessary. DHL is an equal opportunity employer.
Now's a great time to get a new Toyota during our Toyota Summer Getaway Sales Event.
At the light, use the right lane to merge onto I-75 North.
In June, qualified buyers can receive either a $1,000 customer cash or 1.9 APR financing for 60 months on all 2021 Toyota.
Turn right.
That gets 53 miles per gallon. We have a limited selection and are located in the corner of Van Dyke and 696. That's Golly Toyota Warren, your Toyota connection. Check us out online at gollytoyota.com. Finding great cabinets can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Hello.
Hey babe,
Hey.
I was just checking my orders. Did you buy a TV?
No.
What'd you buy for a TV?
I
Or
didn't.
did you buy a computer monitor?
A monitor.
Why, what's wrong with yours?
It's not good. Well, I'll explain it to you when I get home, but I needed one.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about getting you a TV today, though. I was going to see if there's a good one on sale.
Oh, no, honey, we can't afford that. Mine's fine.
Well, this one would have all the apps on it. And they're not expensive. They're not that expensive.
Well, we can talk about it when you get home.
Right.
Hey, where you at?
Bluefield Hills, heading to Allen Park.
Allen Park is far.
Yeah, well, we're close right now, but we're heading to Allen Park.
Oh, wow. I don't even know if I've ever been to Allen Park.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
Oh. Is that considered downriver like Roseville?
Yeah.
Is it by Roseville?
No.
Oh. Okay.
It's down near Taylor and Lincoln Park.
Oh, okay. It's by Taylor.
And Lincoln Park, yep.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been to Lincoln Park since I've been born. Okay, well, I'll let you drive.
All right, dear.
Okay, babe. Talk to you later.
What do you want for dinner?
What?
So what do you want for dinner?
I don't know. I'm having coffee.
Okay, well, you start thinking about it.
Yeah. Okay.
We could do BLTs. We got all the stuff for that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, darling. I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
What'd she say about?
What did she say about
BLTs.
55 teams along with the Pistons. Now the Pistons logo is not the other 5 teams.
Go past this light. Then at the next one, turn left. At the light, turn left onto Lazar Road. In 8.3 miles, turn left onto Northwestern Highway, Frontage Road.
That was put up on that wall, and he got traded within like a week. And then one of the old guys who'd been in that building with us at another radio station said, I remember when we reached number 1, we put the ratings up on this wall, and then the station fell off the cliff. So we said, maybe it's the wall.
Yeah.
We needed the Tigers who were chasing the Indians at the time. We wanted the Indians to lose. Fathead, local company, sent us an Indians logo. We put it up on the wall. They got swept in a series.
I think we had a logo for a Lions opponent up there as well.
We had the I remember the Anaheim Ducks logo was up there
Yeah,
during a
correct.
playoff series, and for some reason I thought there was a Pittsburgh Pirates logo up there. Anyway, the point is, Fathead just kept generously sending us fatheads when we needed a team to lose, and we kept putting them up on the wall, and they kept losing. Well, we don't have that here in this
No,
building.
and then at some point we overfed Jinx Ball, and it stopped working. But it was working like a champ for a while, for like 6 months. So we don't have anything. This building's so new. It's not new anymore. It's like 10 years old now. But we haven't discovered anything that has real mojo. And then it dawned on us. There's the Desk of Doom.
Yep.
There's a Desk of Doom. It's a desk in a cubicle area where a sales staff used to be. And I can count now. I did it in my head. I've got at least 4 people now that I can think of that sat at that desk that are no longer with the company.
So the desk is perhaps the new Jinx Wall.
Yeah.
So we agreed that of the 6 teams most likely to win the lottery, we put the 5 other logos on that desk. Kang is taking a picture. I think he's going to tweet it out. We'll let people see the Desk of Doom, and hopefully it'll work.
Yeah. So that's where we're at tonight, hoping for the best with the Pistons in the draft line.
Yep, 248-539-9797. All right, before the break, I mentioned that it seems like all of the major publications that cover Major League Baseball are coming out with their pre-trade deadline. I mean, we're still a month and change away, but 4 Tigers tradability got analyzed. 2 are listed as extremely high. One of them kind of surprises me. The other one does not. Yesterday when we brought this up, because I think it was ESPN had done a list, and I said, who is the Tiger to watch? The one most likely to get traded. What was your answer?
Most likely Tiger to get traded, Jonathan Scope.
He is one of the ones that is listed as extremely high. He is listed as the 3rd best available first baseman come trade deadline. Likelihood of a trade, extremely high. Scope has been on a power tear, boosting his numbers to 13 home runs and 34 runs scored and 34 RBIs. It's only a matter of time before he's dealt. Strong.
Yeah.
What other Tiger do you think is in the extremely high category?
You said it's somebody that's a surprise to you.
I was surprised.
All right. I will say, because we've talked about the possibility of Matthew Boyd or Spencer Turnbull, Robbie Grossman. So
In 3/4 of a
you're
mile,
surprised
turn
that
left
somebody
onto West
maybe you
Hickory
think
Grove Road.
might have a future here with the Tigers. So I'm going to go with Jamer Candelario.
It is not. Your logic and reasoning was right. You didn't name the guy it was when you said we've talked about these guys. You want to make another guess, or you want me to just tell you who it is?
I will make another guess.
Okay.
And my guess is Jake Rogers. I was thinking that they have a catcher in the future, perhaps in Dylan Dingler, like Haas. So you're going to look at him?
I mean, it goes so far as to say he is definitely getting traded.
He is definitely getting traded. Michael Fulmer?
Yep. This is Jim Bowden on The Athletic. He lists Fulmer as the
At the
third
next
best
light,
bullpen arm
turn
on the
left.
market. Likelihood of a trade extremely high. Finally healthy, Fulmer has found his home as a closer. He's made 19 relief appearances and 4 starts this season, logging a .355 ERA and 6 saves in 38 innings. He is definitely getting traded. Now, there's a couple
At
things
the
about
light,
this.
turn left onto West
First
Hickory
of
Grove
all,
Road.
sometimes when people read these things, they attack the source. Keep in mind, Jim Bowden of The Athletic said early that Akil Baddoo was here to stay. He locked in on Akil Baddoo early. We have all been led down the path of flash in the pan success here in Detroit that we don't even need to go over the names Bosch and Shelton. Akil Baddoo had a Bosch and Shelton-like start and then plummeted back to earth and has since rebounded nicely, and not because he got white hot, but because he started showing plate discipline. Bowden was an early lock-in
In
on Akil
3/4 of
Baddoo,
a mile,
saying,
turn right
no,
onto South
he's not
Telegraph
going to be a
Road.
flash in the pan. He's here to stay. You announced your lock-in yesterday, which was great. I love it. You said, you know what, I'm convinced. I'm convinced that this guy has shown the ability to make an adjustment. When pitchers adjusted to him, he adjusted right back. And, well, no, he's not hitting 500. And he hasn't hit a home, he doesn't have a game-winning RBI 3 straight games or anything like that. He is looking like a useful player who clearly still makes mistakes. And I don't know if it was on better display than this past Sunday, where
At
he
the next
almost ran
light,
into Dennis
turn
Cameron in
right.
the outfield, even though the center fielder clearly has the play. And now he's in charge out there. Maybe Cameron didn't call it loud enough. I mean, it could be a variety of things. He almost got doubled off third when there was no reason to get off the bag there. If it was a line shot to the right side of the infield, had it gotten through to right field, Baddoo scores. He's yeah. Instead, the ball comes off the bat like a rocket. He breaks for it for home. It gets caught, and the throw across the infield almost got him. So there are still things that can make Akil Baddoo better that I imagine, feel pretty confident he will get better at. But Bowden locked in on him early, and now he's saying Michael Fulmer, the possibility
At the
of him
light,
getting traded
turn
is
right
extremely
onto
high.
South
He goes so far
Telegraph
as to
Road,
write he's
then make a
definitely getting
U-turn.
traded.
Well, he's got value, for sure, because of this new role he's in, and he is throwing harder than ever. And maybe it's simply because, okay, you only have to pitch an inning at a time. We're not worried about you going 6-7 innings in a game. You're going to be the closer. You're going to pitch 2 out of 4 games, whatever. So he does have value. I don't know how much value that is, though, because it is a small sample size of what he can do. He does have a history of injuries, not just to his arm. You're worried about him being somebody that's always going to be on the IL of some kind. But if there's a team out there that really likes him, again, it's about the offer that you get. And some people would say, listen, whatever, if somebody's offering you anything, go ahead and take it because you're just not buying into Michael Fulmer.
Right.
I haven't bought into him completely as being this reinvented guy as a closer, but I like what I've seen because I think he has a different mindset and a different approach. He's much more aggressive as a closer
At the stop
than he was
sign,
as a starter.
turn
And that
left
can be
onto Franklin
understandable
Road.
Because as a starter, you got to pace yourself, right? As a closer, you're there for one purpose. I'm getting 3 outs, and we're going to win the game. So maybe this is just better suited for what he is as a personality. But I won't be surprised if he gets traded. I guess I'd be surprised if the return is something special because I don't think the
In
return
1
should be
mile,
something special.
turn
I need
left
to
onto
make a
West
correction,
Long
too.
Lake
Scope
Road.
is listed as the third available second baseman.
Right, but he's got the ability to play. The one thing Jonathan Scope is, and the Tigers did smart this year, give him time at first base so it shows his versatility. Their team's going to be looking for a first baseman, and then a guy who can play middle infield as well, or second base in particular. That's going to help his ability to get traded, and obviously hitting 360 or whatever he's done over the last 20-something games, that helps the Tigers too.
Matthew Boyd is listed as the 8th best starting pitcher on the market. Likelihood of a trade high. Jim Bowden writes, Boyd is having success this season by throwing more strikes, pitching to more contact, and walking fewer batters. His 3.44 ERA and 3.75 FIP are career best. The Blue Jays, Cardinals, Braves, and Giants are the teams to watch with Boyd. And the one other was
At the next
Bobby
light,
Grossman,
turn left.
who's listed as the 2nd best available outfielder. Grossman was a value free agent signing by the Tigers in January when they inked him to a 2-year, $10 million deal. They should be able to turn that into a decent prospect trade at the deadline. Grossman delivers solid, consistent at-bats. He has gotten on base at his usual plus 34% clip this season while hitting 9 home runs with 34 RBIs and 258 at-bats. The Tigers brass praises his leadership skills and impact on their young player.
I think the Tigers are starting to put themselves into a position where they can package
At the
together
light,
a couple of
turn
players
left onto West
from the
Long
same
Lake Road.
team and get a much better prospect than maybe we thought before the season began. We have an update to the Desk of Doom that we have to get to.
Okay. Does this bode well for us or not?
I think it was an oversight that it has been accounted for, and we have corrected it, and we will let the people know.
All right, we'll get to that coming up today at 12:50. Carson Anderson, 97.1 The Ticket.
Consider doing something about your hair loss or worried about time off, results, or pain? Doctors Berry and Aronovitz, the hair restoration experts with over 30 years of experience, can definitely help. Doctors Berry and Aronovitz are the exclusive providers of the RTAS robotic-assisted hair transplantation procedure in the greater Detroit area. With the RTAS technology and using your own hair, Dr. Ollie Berry could restore your hair in a minimally invasive procedure, giving you the thickness you want and the hairline you like, and it requires no stitches, leaves no linear scar, it has a quick recovery, and the results are completely natural. And you don't have to go far. It's right here in Metro Detroit. Call today to find out more and to schedule your no-obligation consultation with Dr. Berry. He'll give you honest recommendations and creatively realistic options to restore your hair. The procedure's called RTAS, so give Doctors Berry and Aronovitz a call at 248-353-1117 or online at mihairdoc.com. That's 248-353-1117 or visit mihairdoc.com.
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn right.
Request a Navien because you deserve the best in endless hot water delivery. Learn about Navien's condensing tankless water heaters and find a Navien contractor at tanklessmadesimple.com.
At the light, turn right onto Telegraph Road.
This Odyssey.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Jeff Glover and Associates.
This is Damon Amendolara with an Odyssey Sports Minute. Carl Nassib's announcement that he was gay yesterday was important for a lot of reasons, but it wasn't earth-shattering.
In
And all of
6.3
that
miles,
was
keep right to merge onto M10 south toward I-696 East.
Major deal last off-season, which is different than Michael Sam, who never played a regular season game in the NFL. It's big because it gives young people who may wrestle with this a person to feel a bond with, someone to relate to them. And having that comfort is vital for young people who might feel alone and isolated. It also has met with much less fanfare than Sam, which means 7 years later he's been part of the sports world. They never should have. The vast majority of teammates don't care about it, so why should we? Nice job, Carl Nassib. This is Damon. I'm at Milano.
Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get up to a $15 gift card after mail-in rebate when you purchase select Superstart batteries. With the power and capacity your vehicle demands, Superstart batteries are designed for lasting performance and consistent starts. Turn the key with confidence with Superstart batteries only at O'Reilly Auto Parts. The next generation of auto detailing is here. 303 Graphene Nano Spray Coating. Simplicity meets a new level of performance. Get a year of protection from a powerful graphene oxide formula. A formula that sends water flying off main wheels and trim. Go beyond wax, beyond ceramic. Be part of the future of exterior protection with Graphene Nano Spray Coating from 303. For more information, head to 303radio.com.
It's back. Detroit's first, best, and only PGA Tour event. A record mortgage class on June 28th through July 4th at the historic Detroit
Restoration. For more information or to schedule your in-person appointment with Dr. B, go to MichiganHairRestoration.com. That's MichiganHairRestoration.com.
Radio.com is now Odyssey. Download the Odyssey app and listen to 97.1 The Ticket and all the sports, news, music, and podcasts that move you.
Scott Anderson, 97.1 The Ticket. NBA Draft Lottery is tonight. It's kind of a big deal. 8:30 tonight. The odds of the Pistons getting the first pick, 14%. Getting the second pick, 13.4%. Getting the third pick, 12.7%. Getting the fourth pick, 11.9%. Getting the fifth pick, 27.8%. And getting the sixth pick, which is the lowest they can pick, 20.1%. That would be if you get the sixth pick if 3 teams jump. And now there is a change we had to make to Desk of Doom, which is what? We had to put a different logo up there, is that right?
Well, we had to add the Minnesota Timberwolves because although the Golden State can get their pick, it's top 3 protected. So if the Timberwolves get a top 3 pick, they will keep it. We don't want any of that action.
So we don't need the Golden State, but actually we
Well, we do. Well, I'm throwing it up there just because they can get, the 4th or 5th pick.
Yeah, they can still jump. Yeah. The nightmare scenario is this is a pick themselves.
Yes.
And there's, the win next was obviously 5th, and there's almost a 50% chance that they're going to be picking 5th or 6th.
We haven't simulated the lottery yet today.
No, we haven't. We're going to do this often.
Well, we don't need to do it often. We have to decide, are we going to do it? Are we basically going to do it until we like what we see? Or is it just going to be one simulation, bang, that's it? It's the one that has the most integrity. Because, Tankathon has a great lottery simulator that rolls with the odds. So is it one spin of the wheel that counts? Otherwise, we may as well just say, oh, look, the Pistons pick first. Just trying to have the most integrity when it comes to lottery simulation.
I thought we're put out show sheets that we would talk about it. We should have talked about it beforehand, but I was hoping we would do it once an hour. But we're not. We're clearly not doing it once an hour, so we're only going to do it once. I think is the best way to go at this point.
Well, we can do it if we decide to do it once an hour from here on out. That means if they get the first pick, we still have to simulate it next hour.
What?
We're
just going to do it once. We'll do it once.
You want to do it now or you want to do it later?
Doug?
Do it later.
Do it later.
We're going to do it later.
Let's do it for Lenny.
Okay. All right. Mike comes in.
Mike's a big NBA guy. Come on, right?
He's a big NBA guy, and
It's going to be a little surly, though. His Islanders lost last night.
Close game.
Because that's why he'd be surly.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. Was it 8-0?
Did you see that? I saw this video this morning.
They went for 2.
I saw this video this morning on ESPN where this kid, it was like just showing a crowd shot, and over on the side, they kind of had to zoom in. Kid peeled off his Islander jersey, threw it on the ground on the steps,
I loved it.
and walked out. Like, did he just get rid of a jersey?
Looked like it.
Is that a bit rash?
Yep.
Seemed a bit rash to me. I mean, now did he ever come back? We don't know if he came back and got the jersey, right?
Because he looked young. Like, he looked like he was under the age of 30, correct?
Yes.
Probably in his early 20s, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It is such a dumb thing to do. He hasn't experienced any hockey. This is being an Islanders fan. This is his first opportunity, and look how far they've gotten. This is impressive for the Islanders. Are they eliminated yet?
No. They still could win the Stanley Cup, and my man just launched his jersey.
I mean, you can be disgusted with the effort last night. Give up 8 goals, don't score 1. Yeah, I get it. Sure, fair enough. And then my first thought goes to, did he have a bet on the game? He lost some money? Is it more than just, hey, I'll upset my team lost?
Even a replica jersey is expensive.
Yeah, for $100.
And you throw that thing away. Now, he might have returned and fetched it, or he just left it and walked out. If you saw a jersey laying around, look around. Does this belong to anybody? Did you take it?
First, I check the size.
Okay, let's say it fits.
In 1 mile, keep right to merge
Pick it
onto
up.
M10 south toward I-696 east.
I'd be worried that, first of all, I'm not a big fan of a floor of a hockey arena.
Well, there are things called washing machines.
I know, but
Clean, sterilize it, do whatever you need done to it.
I'm not sure a Washington machine would be much match up against a washing machine would be much match up against a sweater pulled off the floor of the Joe Louis Arena. Now, given that nobody's in the Joe anymore, Joe just everywhere you went in the Joe, your feet kind of stuck to the ground.
Yeah.
It's a fact, right?
No. I mean, the Joe basically was like a giant frat house.
Kind of.
You know, and there's that stale beer smell to it, like a frat house.
Yep.
Feet were sticking because frat house.
Not at the back.
Yeah, frat house.
Our building.
Yeah, it was our frat house. We were all members, and none of us had to,
Building had a soul.
go through any hazing. It was good.
But if there were ever a building in which your feet constantly stuck to the ground everywhere you went, it was a Joe.
Yeah.
It was a joke. 248-539-9797. All right, so anyway, back to so we now have the Timberwolves logo. Because I got to tell you, I'm pretty desperate about having the number 1 overall pick. I'm pretty adamant about Cade Cunningham versus everybody else.
I know you are, Doug. I don't want you to get too greedy, because we've been hurt so many times before in other lotteries that I think Piston fans would be happy to be in the top 3. We don't want to be picking worse than what we feel we at least deserve, right? They're tied with 2 other teams with the best chance to get the number 1 overall pick. At the worst, top 3.
Use the
There
right
are
lane to
there are
keep right
more
to
than
merge
one.
onto
There's going to be
M10
more than
south toward
one good to great
I-696
player that
east.
comes out of this draft. And I don't want Troy Weaver to focus in on one guy. I'm just saying I am focused in on one guy. It's Cade Cunningham. And I don't think he's LeBron or Kobe, but I do think
Right.
I love his game compared to almost everybody else in the top 10. The Jalen's, Evan Mobley. Just to me, he's the guy that I want desperately out of this thing, and the only way you're going to get him is if the 14% goes your way. And that's how I feel. I mean, look, I was reading some stuff today where they're like, oh, there's not much to choose between these guys at the top. They're all on them.
In 3.8 miles, take exit 14C onto M39
Yeah, I mean,
and
they're
south
different. They're
Fort
different
Freeway.
players. You got guys who are 7 feet, and you got guys who are 6'4". Obviously, they'll be playing different positions on the floor. But I'm kind of in Kang's camp on this. Just give me talent. We'll figure it out. I mean, the best players survive. We got to put the best 5 players on the floor that are going to be able to score. And play defense, obviously. You need to start.
I can't remember. I thought last year the Pistons dropped 2 spots last year. 2 spots. And what happened? Our guy made the list. And I give Troy Weaver a lot of credit. The position that they drafted didn't impact the result of the draft.
Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for only $159 per month. That's right, it's a Ram Bighorn 4x4.
Stay in the same lane for right.
Gallianis Van Dyke Dodge has Metro Detroit's largest selection of Ram inventory. Lease a 2021 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 with all the toys for only $269 per month. That's right, travel loaded Ram Laramie, only $269 per month. There's only one place to
Use
go
the
for
right
best
two
selection,
lanes to
price, and
take
sales
exit
experience.
20 onto
Gallianis Van Dyke
39
Dodge
and
in
south.
Ram. Worried about credit? Forget it. We approve almost everyone. 0% financing for up to 84 months is available on select models. Get dealer demo savings up to $13,500. These deals are only available at Gallianis Van Dyke Dodge. Located on Van Dyke Avenue, just north of 696 in Warren. VanDykeDodge.com.
We've all had that dream, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded. FanDuel Sportsbook, you get more than one shot to swing for the fences. FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free. New users get up to $1,000 back in site credit if your first bet doesn't win. Once you have an account, you'll have access to same-game parlay insurance all season long. If your same-game parlay bet falls one leg short, you get up to $25 back in site credit. Also, check out FanDuel's new promo live every Tuesday, $5 Dingers Tuesday. Dingers home runs. Place a $25 wager on any player to hit a home run on Tuesday and get a $5 bonus insight credit for every home run hit in that game, maximum $25. You must be 21 or older and present in Michigan. First online real money wager only for risk-free bet. Refund issue is non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117.
Hi, I'm Dave Hall from Hall Financial. We are so proud that we now have over 3,000 five-star reviews from our clients, with the majority of our loans closing in 10 business days or less. Call 248-308-5000 or go to callhallfirst.com. Hall Financial, NMLS ID 1467435.
Breaking news on 97.1 The Ticket, powered by Odyssey and presented by BetQL. Become a better sports bettor. Get smarter to beat the books. Download the BetQL app or visit BetQL.com today. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
We're brought to you by Michigan Air Restoration. Bob Lanier, the year 1970. That's 51 years ago, and the last time the Detroit Pistons held the top draft pick in the NBA draft. They have a 14% chance of history repeating itself today in the NBA draft lottery. A better chance of getting a top 4 pick at 52%. Lowest they can go is number 6 overall. Tiger baseball tonight, right here on 97 The Ticket, as they host the St. Louis Cardinals for a 2-game setup from American Park. First pitch 7:10 right here on The Ticket. Derek Scubel with his 4-7 record and a 4.36 ERA pitching for Detroit. He has pitched much better of late. Umpires yesterday began inspecting pitches for foreign substances around Major League Baseball. None were found. Stanley Cup playoffs game 5. Tampa Bay 8. Islanders nothing. The Lightning lead it 3-2. And Las Vegas Raiders defenseman Carl Nassib becomes the first active NFL player to come out publicly as gay. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1 The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
One of the big stories in sports is the news that Carl Nassib has come out as gay. The Las Vegas Raider football player played his college football at Penn State. I gotta tell you, my biggest take on this is I feel like the reaction to the news is about, I don't know how to quantify this, but about 5% of what this story would have been 10 years ago. I think this kind of thing is just kind of like, okay. I mean, obviously it's going to lead to some reaction, but I'm actually kind of impressed with the maturity that we collectively have shown on this. And my response was, watched this get read as a news story. Now, maybe I haven't followed it enough, but it's kind of just a news story cited as, here's some facts, here says it's good. And maybe after some time something will change, but there isn't. And because of this, ... And maybe it's too early to make this call, but this just seems like it's just been reported as fact, and it's kind of the response.
Yeah, I think it's a good sign of where we are as a society when it comes to how far we've come as a society when it comes to homosexuality and being more accepting of it as years have gone by. And it's nowhere near the stigma that it was years ago. It's because of people that are brave enough to come out and face the world as this, and people are a lot more comfortable. And it's you look at where's the problem? The problem is not with the person who comes out as homosexual. The problem is with society. That's the problem, and now it's become a lesson. And I think this is interesting, and I'm curious to see. Yeah, exactly. I wonder if this opens the door for other players to kind of breathe easily, breathe more easily, and say, "I'm glad Carl did this," and you know what? They'll state their case or whatever it is. And fair enough. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. Never really has. So I encourage you. If that's how you feel, if you people need acceptance. They need to be accepted and not demonized. And this is a good step.
Carl Nassib's personal life didn't impact me before this news, nor does it after this news. Kang is the producer of the show. He kind of brought it up before the show and said, what is there to say about it? And my response is pretty much nothing, because nothing is really being said about it. Am I missing something? Have you seen any waves being reverberated because of this?
Well, I think the great thing is you don't feel a need to say anything, because nothing needs to be really said I don't want to say any more, but not as much as it used to be. Which is, you guys have said it already. This stuff shouldn't be newsworthy anymore. When it becomes less newsworthy, then we're progressing. We're doing our job, And so, yeah, it's all obviously everything I've gotten back is it's great. No one's, no negativity. So this is progress. This is good. So yeah, I think everything's moving forward like the way it should be.
Well, a little bit. I mean, we've had some really big things to deal with in the last year and a half, and maybe stuff like this. We can get over this. This is not something that really is worthy of a reaction, other than it's just a news story. Maybe it gets to the point where it's a news story, and if you're gay, you don't even have to say anything, because nobody cares.
It no longer becomes a news story.
Yeah, it's not even a news story.
Yeah.
So, all right. Before the break, I mentioned Kang needed some advice with something. You have something going on in your subdivision this week.
Yeah, and I know a lot. This happens in the summer. There's a lot of subdivisions, mine included. And I've never participated in it, but this year I'm going to for the very first time. It's the subdivision garage sale. And I don't know if you guys have this as well in your subdivision or not, but I guess I need tips. I'm gonna, it's a Thursday through Saturday, because I guess maybe the same Karen that walks through your neighborhood walks through mine doesn't want anything happening on Sundays. But, because I think it should happen on Sundays, by the way, because we're all home.
Right.
So, whatever.
What harm is it to have it on a Sunday?
No. All of this. Is on the driveway.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. What? People going up and down your driveway, bartering for goods and services. It's too much. It's just too much. You need my garage sale? It's too much.
So, yeah, it's just Thursday through Saturday, so I only can participate Saturday because I'll be here working. But I need some tips, and I was wondering, I'm not going to do this, but would it be frowned upon if I went down the street and saw someone selling water for $1? Or is it just like garage sale stuff?
I think it's garage sale stuff. I mean, you're selling.
I don't know.
If the kid's got a lemonade stand set up, I mean, it's fine. But I swear I was walking through the neighborhood the other day, and one of the hot days, and a kid had a lemonade stand set up, and the lemonade was like $2 for lemonade. Come on, man. You're not getting $2 for lemonade. You know, you got 50 cents, I'll give you $1, you keep the change. But $2?
Gonna say $2 or best offer.
Right? Yeah,
OBO?
Yeah, it's not happening. But it's interesting to bring this up because a friend of mine, she said that this weekend they're also having a garage sale this weekend. And she asked me, hey, is there anything you want to bring in for the garage sale? I'm like, you know what? Actually, probably a great time for me to start partying with some stuff. So yeah, I'm down with it. I'm curious too because I've never done or put on a garage sale. I've never sold anything at a garage sale. I've been to garage sales. I've been to estate sales.
How do you do comps? Do you go on eBay and see what it sold for recently? There's, I know a lot of people use that. Or you go on Facebook Marketplace, see what it's the going rate.
Well, we have done 2 garage sales in my adult life. I did one about 7-8 years ago, and then one maybe 3 years ago. And they always coincided right before we went on a family vacation. They were always they were hugely motivated by my wife, who I think grew up and her family had a garage sale, I feel like every summer. And I don't know how to set prices for stuff. I do remember just hanging clothes on hangers and saying everything here's $1. I think we blew it with one item in particular that we had underpriced dramatically. And it was for a toy that our kids no longer use. And it was, over the years, we had accumulated a lot of Legos, or should I say Lego? Because I know that those who are into it would say Lego. So we had all this Lego that, you've got the Lego Star Wars scene and the Lego boat. They all kind of ended up in one bucket.
Sure.
So when the Land Cruiser, Star Wars Land Cruiser had 325 pieces, and the boat had 470 pieces, they all ended up in the same bucket.
Right.
Which is essentially, it becomes an impossible puzzle to put together.
Well, the great thing about Lego is that it was all about your imagination.
You could do anything.
Right? When I was a kid, my parents got us Lego. Okay, it was fun to build whatever it was. It was on the cardboard box the first time. But after you built it once, all you wanted to do was build your own stuff. You're building forts, you're building other things. And you say, hey, I need a 6x2. Here we go. I mean, that's the joy of Lego, is it opens up your imagination.
So we had years and years and years of these things accumulated, put it in a bucket, and I think we put the price tag of $20 on it, and some guy, one of the first, walked in and said, $20? Here you go.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what?
Uh-huh.
He was far too enthusiastic about our price.
Because Lego are expensive as hell.
But I just figured the hodgepodge of thousands of Lego pieces was going to be too much to sort out. But you're right about the creativity and what it encourages through kids. Yet there was, of the thousands, there were probably half of them were useless pieces that really wouldn't do anything unless they were used in the proper way. But whatever, that's not even the point. Your question of how do you price things? I don't know, because we clearly blew it with the way.
I'm not trying to get rich off of this, obviously, but I guess don't want to rip myself off either. But I mean, I think the whole point of a garage sale is probably just get rid of your junk, right?
Yeah, I
think I'm gonna have a free table, to be honest with you, at one point. I'm just like, hey, anyone wants anything on this table, have at it.
5 items for $1, whatever it is. Yeah, I
but
think.
How do you deal with the guy that goes, give me 10 for $1? I mean, am I supposed to negotiate?
It's $5 for $1. I mean, come on, don't be a jerk. I understand you want to get here's your bargain. Go for it. Well, I think that's what it comes down to. Is there's stuff that you want to sell and get proper value for. That's not the stuff you put up in a garage sale, because a garage sale is all about the barter. Somebody's going to come up and see that you've got something listed for $20, and they're going to undercut you and say $10.
1.2 miles.
Understand that's how it's going to work.
What do I shoot back with? 1950.
Well, I think the point of pricing is you want to sell it for 10, you list it for 20, somebody's going to come at you for 10, and you're happy. That's what you do. But at the end, you just want to get rid of the stuff, and that's when the bargains come, and you're like, anything on this rack is $1.
All right, 248-539-9797. It's Carson Anderson. Chance to win $1,000 at 1:30. The final NBA draft lottery simulation coming up at 1:50. 97.1 the ticket.
There's never been a better time to find out why BetMGM is the king of sportsbooks. Right now, new customers have a chance to win $100 in free bets when they place a $1 moneyline wager on any NBA playoff game. If either team hits a three-pointer in the game, you'll win $100 regardless of your bet's outcome. Just use bonus code GATOR100 when you make your first bet to take advantage of this offer. Get ready to turn the playoffs into payoffs. Sign up now and discover BetMGM's boosted odds specials, daily promotions, and more. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code GATOR100 to win $100 in free bets if a three-pointer is made in any NBA playoff game. It's always showtime at BetMGM. New customer offer, paid in free bets. You must be 21 or older. Michigan only. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. This excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Fisher is different? How? Don't you just ride the wave?
Nope. We actively manage client portfolios based.
Hello.
Hey.
What's up?
What's going on?
Well, going to talk to another customer who's not happy with us.
Fun. Dude, listen, man. You see this email they sent us about these audits?
No.
So they sent us the list of OCG1 jobs that they want us to audit and then fill out like their little spreadsheet with what we find.
Yeah, got to be done today.
It doesn't say that it has to be done today. Thank God. It's like 200 jobs. But these people are so stupid. These jobs have already been audited. They're on the audit spreadsheet.
So, did you talk to them?
No, I'm not telling them anything. Like they know, they created the audits. We're doing audits on that spreadsheet. So I'm just gonna do it, and like they want us all to like take cities and take areas and start it. I think the email said like to have you like do your list before starting it.
I haven't looked at it yet. I had to go down to Allen Park. I forgot I was supposed to meet some guy about some damage that DTE did to his yard.
Yeah, it says finish your new jobs list before you start it.
I haven't even seen the new jobs list. I have to check that and see if they emailed me something.
You don't have a new jobs list? I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, unless she might have just sent it to me because I didn't have one before we started that other job.
I don't know. So, maybe you got one now. Maybe you should check your emails. But I just find it hilarious that they're that stupid.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
But even if I tell them that these jobs have already been audited, they're gonna say, "Well, did you audit them today?"
Yeah.
You want to know what it looks like right now? That's, you know what I mean?
That's stupid.
I'm done with it. Like you said, like I'm just gonna do what they say and not even worry about it.
Yeah, that's all you can do, man. You just get frustrated. It drives you nuts.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of I think there's a bunch of Birmingham and Bloomfield on the list. So, I think Bryce said he's doing Detroit. I'm gonna do St. Clair Shores and Hazel Park and Madison Heights. So, dude, what are you doing?
Who, me?
What is all that racket?
Driving down this bumpy ass road.
It sounds like you're popping bubble wrap.
It's just all the crap rolling around in my truck, all the paint cans and.
Alright, well, yeah, I just wanted to call and laugh because that's how stupid they are. They won't even look at a spreadsheet. That's on
their own spreadsheet.
Yep. Alright, well, yeah, you might want to claim, like, Moonfield.
Yeah, well, I'll take. I'm almost to this house. I'll call them. I'm almost positive this is freaking. I'm almost positive this is not us. They sent me here